high school. Okay, it was just the beginning of the video, but it was very distracting. There were a lot of feedback from the recording, so, I mean, if I was present, then it wouldn't be an issue, but just, there you go. Alright, the teacher is already, not too fast, but it's a quick form of communicating. Alright, right now she's using very specific information of what to do. A lot of, there's a lot of feeling behind what she's saying, so that would need to be conveyed. Now she's writing on the board, so referencing. Okay, now the speed is picked up a lot quicker, so but I can still keep up, so I'm not too concerned. She's proportioning the scale of the tests that have already been taken, projects, whatever. She's portioning the grades and how they are graded, so Alright, now she's speaking to a specific student, so that has to be conveyed. I would think that the way she's distributed the points, like 35, 35, 25, and 5, equaling 100%. So, but with each section, I think just it requires a little more expansion. So you need to show exactly what she is talking about. Listing. She's just talking about two different things. Not a problem. She's also talking about the bonus points that are available for their tests. It's just listing. You could easily do that. Alright, right now, Alright, I'm currently thinking about the classroom because they just did a span of the classroom. Now, the classroom is out there. Like, there's a lot of seats, but for the recording, there's only a limited amount of students. So, I don't think the volume would become too extreme. And also the students are raising their hands and asking questions, so that would require lots of referencing. she's referencing from a paper on her desk, so she's telling it point or actually do that. Using specific names that John Montana football, I believe, but that in itself is I'm not familiar with the names that are being referenced because it's an old video, so I'm not sure about the certain information that's being discussed. Right now, what I'm getting from the teacher is like she's very assertive, almost aggressive, actually. Just her intonation and her emphasis on the specific words that she's using will need to be conveyed. Yeah. Student is raising their hand, so student is raising their hand. Initially, the teacher was unaware, but later saw. Can easily convey the information that was just asked. I just heard she was talking about a specific textbook that they're using. I missed the name of the book, but that would be an issue during the interpretation. Alright, it's just something that came to me. It's she's currently expressing what was covered, what was handled in the class, but she'll make comments. She'll reference, look at your books, I mean, she's talking to the students while also explaining this, so that would be an interruption that you need to handle in the interpretation. She's referencing the video, specific drug habits, cocaine, drunk driving, and crack. So you need the specific signs for those, the referencing that's being used. Now she's asking a general question in the classroom. Student participation had happened, and the teacher's also speaking at the same time, so that's overlapping. It's going to be a problem. Okay. initially it was a problem because one of the students raises his hands to speak, and you can barely tell what he's saying. But thankfully enough, the teacher repeats what he says for the entire classroom, and also the interpreter, I would imagine.
I'm a little bit confused.
Just my main concern is the speed, the pace is very quick. I mean, all of the students, all in unison say yes, so easy handle.
She's looking at the board, but she's loud enough for everyone, so that was good.
Referencing, she's talking about another person, so just that guy.
She's
Jill.
really loud, which is good for me to be.
So even just then, the student made a comment, but even she didn't understand, so she had to ask for clarification.
This is the second video. So classroom setting where the blackboard's behind this teacher. The teacher's passing out tests that she's already graded. And telling the students what they should have done, expressing what they should have read on
Couldn't understand what the student just said.
their piece of paper.
Teacher understood it, but I still didn't. To go, okay, I understood now. Thanks to the teacher of asking more so on that question.
Chatting before the teacher started talking. The teacher's broken down the format of
Specific referencing to the students, still happening a lot.
Even with the change in the cameras, I'm still able to understand what she's saying. And,
Students are speaking at the same time,
but I can't
although the teacher does have the general of what everyone was saying, but everyone was speaking at the same time, so that would be difficult for the interpreter. And these students like to mumble.
There's not much interaction. It's the teacher just speaking and explaining to them about their grade. It's a lot easier to listen to and understand when the teacher has control. About pictures, some people who drew, and then some people that cut them out, so that would be challenging setting that up. But she's just breaking down the grade. And breaking down exactly what the
I don't know who these people are that she's talking about. So,
full grade. she's taking my extra credit. It's 2 different extra credit. It was a physical extra credit.
This would be pretty easy to interpret, even with not really knowing the techniques that she's talking about. So,
Adding the 5 points is not to a test grade.
I can understand what the students
Fun
say.
grade,
So,
that would be challenging. Understand that. Which it's hard to now and teachers to do that.
Currently, the teacher is talking about, like, she's being very friendly with the class. She's very expressive. She's, oh, you know, I'm like, no, no, no. I mean, how you would interpret that exactly, I'm not sure, but it's just exactly. I mean, it's how you. Yeah, I mean, you would have to express the teacher's affect of how she's communicating with the class. So the deaf participant would need to know how the stress level of the class, of how they are required to participate. So there we go.